In the heart of the New York City, where towering structures obscured the sky and the pulse of humanity thrummed like a steady heartbeat, a clandestine cabal wielded power beyond measure. At the pinnacle of this shadowy hierarchy stood BlackRock and Vanguard, silent titans whose influence stretched like tendrils into every corner of society. Behind closed doors, hidden from prying eyes, these financial behemoths pulled the strings of government, media, and industry with ruthless precision. They were the architects of a grand design, orchestrating events with a cold and calculating hand to serve their insatiable thirst for control. The events of that fateful September morning were but a small piece of their grand scheme, a carefully orchestrated spectacle designed to sow chaos and fear on a global scale. As the Twin Towers crumbled to dust, the world looked on in horror, unaware of the true architects of the tragedy. But it was not enough for the elite to merely manipulate the course of history. No, they sought to reshape the very fabric of society itself, bending it to their will with cold, unyielding determination. They seized control of the media, shaping public opinion to suit their own agenda. They infiltrated the highest echelons of government, passing laws and policies that served their interests above all else. Meanwhile, BlackRock and Vanguard reigned supreme over the financial world, their coffers overflowing with the wealth of nations. They controlled the flow of capital with an iron grip, dictating the fortunes of millions with a mere flick of the wrist. And as their power grew, so too did their influence, spreading like a cancer throughout the land. But even in the darkest of times, there were those who dared to defy the shadowy masters who held them captive. They fought for truth and justice, risking everything to expose the machinations of the elite and tear down the walls of oppression. And though their path was fraught with danger, they knew that the light of freedom would never be extinguished, so long as there were those willing to fight for it. So it's not left or right, it's not who you are or how you love, it's not red nor blue, it's not China or Russia or any other country. It's a choice. Do you want to be free and have personal liberty, or do you want to be controlled by the owners of the company store? As we fight over what we see on the TV, they are grabbing land, tearing apart our military and rebuilding it to use against us. They bring in and support millions of people that are unknown to us and changing the population of our country, destroying the currency that they control, and bring us into wars that should have ever started. Our children have been indoctrinated into a world that is being changed forever, never even understanding what it's like not to be free. People from all over the world are rising up, they are forgetting Thier's squabbles and saying enough is enough. Do you think we should join them? Right now. The only thing we should worry about is this. Do they want to keep their freedom as much as due? And are they willing to stand up and be counted? We need to weed out the roots. And to do that we need to stay focused. When we all understand that, we the people will have the power.
That is what my research led me. There were many rabbit holes that went in many directions, and at each turn I had to make choices on which crossroad to turn. In 2001 it was inconceivable for most people to even think that their own government could do such a thing to their own people. But I couldn't stop thinking, what if they could? Why would they do it? Who would think they could get away with it, and who would benefit most? All roads brought me back to the same people and reasons. When they passed the Patriot Act, with most politicians saying they never had a chance to read it. That's when I know that we no longer had a say in what our leaders do. Now in 2024 our children need our help. We stand up to the powers that be and root them out, or we allow total control of our lives by people that think they deserve to be our masters. Where will we go from here? I use AI to do many things for the cause of freedom. You can too. Reach out and I will help you find your way into the world of AI.